everyone, my name is Dare and I was doing what one does the day after Christmas and was spending a lot of time on YouTube, and I came across these videos. They're very similar to My Story Animated. It's where I guess these different platforms have people tell their story in a voiceover format, and then the company or the YouTube channel, whatever you'd like to refer to them as, takes that clip and then comes up with an animation to go along with it. Now, I was scrolling on my YouTube page and this one caught my eye. It's called I Had 10 Plastic Surgeries and It Backfired. And it's by Dear Diary, which seems to be the similar sort of like knockoff version of My Story Animated, but who knows, maybe it's really good. I really wanted to react to one based off of like mental health or like fitness, because I do go to the gym a lot and I do think it's very important that you do go to the gym and take good care of your body and eat healthy things. Maybe not all the time, but take care of yourself so that way your body on the outside can be beautiful as well as it is on the inside. But this story kind of caught me off guard because plastic surgery in my line of work is very popular. In my personal opinion, I have never had any plastic surgery, nor have I really thought 100% about going into one. I've never had a consultation. I've had people like tell me I should get plastic surgery, but I kind of think I'm too young for that, and I think it feeds into the whole body dysmorphia thing. If you really, if you really hate the way that you look, and if you think that something that is physically wrong with you is going to get better or improve with some plastic surgery, I mean, as long as you do the research and you go to the right person and you feel confident in your decision, then I obviously say go for it. But that's all I really know about plastic surgery, and that's all like the opinions I have on it. But I thought this one might be interesting to watch because it will talk about why this person got plastic surgery, I'm sure, and why they wrote that they think it backfired. So if you guys are ready to go, I'm gonna watch this video and you guys can react. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Let's get into it.
Melissa, I've had 10 plastic surgeries to become an influencer.
Great.
However, my dream soon turned into a nightmare. I was always an ugly child. I had a best friend who was very attractive, so kids at school would call us Beauty and the Beast.
Sad. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make a lot of stops on this just because like I have a lot of insight, but I actually was bullied as a kid, and maybe that's something I should talk about here on YouTube and maybe on my Instagram, because I think a lot of people think that I had it good or that everybody like loved me when I grew up, but no, I was very unpopular, I was very insecure, and I was kind of like nerdy and weird. So honestly, maybe I'll make a video on that and we can talk more about it, but this girl's just basically saying that she is picked on a lot, and I think that that's pretty common in high school.
They were cruel to me all the time. After being bullied mercilessly and tired of people frowning at the sight of me, I decided that I have to change. I wanted to be like one of those reality TV stars and influencers that everyone admired. I saved some money from my job and went to the surgeon and fixed my nose and ears.
Wow.
And after the operation, I got an immediate reaction. Guys flirted with me. Girls were staring at me with jealous looks. I looked like a different person. I even sometimes introduced myself with a different name, Jane. And I love...
Yikes. Okay, hang on. So she's in high school is what she said, but I think you have to be 18 to get surgery in the United States, I'm pretty sure, unless with parent consent. But wow, this one already is off to like a really bad start. She has really bad intentions for wanting to get surgery. She just wanted to be an influencer. You don't have to be beautiful to be an influencer. Kind of odd that this young girl thinks that, and my problem with that is that she probably is too young to get plastic surgery.
Loved being Jane. I was hooked. I was starved for attention, and as soon as I got it, I wanted more. I started planning my other surgeries, but not everybody was happy with these changes. First, my best friend started telling me that I've changed too much. She hated that I'm finally prettier tthan her, so I just stopped talking to her. My brother would tease me about my surgeries too, but I didn't care. I got a breast enlargement and was as happy as ever. I started taking pictures of myself, posting them on Instagram, and in a month I got like 20,000 followers. People thought I was beautiful. Even my brother's best friend agreed. Since I had my surgery, his best friend Harry started coming to our house more.
Yikes. Okay, so Again, I think the timeline of the story, I would say that it's like false because just of the facts that like she's in high school. She's in high school and had her nose and her ears done, which to me, I think that is acceptable for the right reasons. Like getting your nose done or your ears done. I am actually like really lucky that I have like little teeny tiny baby ears, so I've never really had that issue. And I've also really liked my personality filled nose because it's unique and it's different than everyone else's. But I have had people in the past tell me that I should consider getting a nose job, but I'm happy with my nose and I like the way that it looks. But that's aside from the point. I think this girl is like kind of delusional because she even lost her best friend over this because of her being, you know, so full of herself. It's okay to have confidence, but to be this full of yourself and this arrogant is like really distasteful.
That I had beautiful curves, that he couldn't keep his eyes off of me, even joked about hanging my picture in his bedroom just to see me every day. I'd sometimes see him sneaking a peek when I'd go to change my clothes. I felt admired and attractive, but it wasn't enough. I didn't want to be just beautiful. I wanted to be famous. So I got butt implants. I'd get messages from people telling me how inspiring I am and how they're jealous of my looks. Nobody had ever told me that before. But this one incident that happened soon after nearly destroyed me. You see, they weren't the only messages I started getting. There was this one mysterious account that got my attention. It started texting me 10 times every single day.
Yep.
They weren't insults. They were compliments, I guess. He'd write me that he wants to touch me all over or something like that. I was grossed out, so I ignored it.
I relate to this so much. People are always blowing up my Instagram, but obviously I actually really do try to be nice to my fans out there and message them back if I do have the time. I think this girl is just like, she's very arrogant, and like I said earlier, she's doing this all for the wrong reasons. Like, it's like kind of gross watching because like I said earlier, I believe that if you want plastic surgery in the sense of like it'll make you feel better about yourself, then I say go for it. But she literally wanted it just to be popular and be famous. So it's like, ugh.
But then he started commenting under my pictures things like, write me back or you'll be sorry. I became paranoid. I tried looking at his profile, but there were no pictures. And the most creepy thing is, I was the only person he was following. And it got worse and worse. One time, I was coming back home from the mall, and I got this message from him. I opened it and nearly dropped my phone. There was a picture of me going home alone. Was he following me? I ran back home, locked the doors, and felt my heart beating so fast. I thought that I should calm down, sleep, and in the morning decide what I should do. But the morning brought me more fear. I opened my Instagram, and there it was, another picture of me. But this time, oh God, it was taken literally from the doorstep of my home.
Yep, I was just gonna say that if you see that someone is stalking you or following you, you should obviously not go straight back to your house because then they'll know where you live. Duh. But I think that, you know, you have Uber on your phone, most people do, or Lyft. Call a Lyft or an Uber and like get out of there. Go to a grocery store, go any public place, and just wait it out for a while till that person leaves you alone, and obviously block them. If they're that ridiculous, block them. Oh my gosh, this girl.
I went and checked every door and every window of my home, but they were all locked. Then Harry came downstairs. Harry looked at me and said, "Hey, beautiful," with this creepy smile.
I figured.
I didn't know I had never noticed it before, but it was uncomfortable.
I figured he was the guy.
It hit me. Harry was sleeping at our house tonight. He knew what I was doing most of the time, and he always made these creepy, sleazy comments. It wasn't just some stranger, it was him. All morning, I was watching him, listening to what he was saying. We were all having breakfast sitting near the table, and Harry looked at me and said, "Your breasts look juicy in these pajamas." I just snapped. I took out my phone, showed him the pictures he sent me, and told him that I'm gonna call the police. He looked stunned for a second. Yes, I got him. But then he started laughing. He gave me back my phone and told me I've no idea what this is. I threatened to call the police again and then they'll figure it out. He said, do that and laughed it off. I was mad as hell, but it seemed like he was innocent. I went back to my bedroom, confused and scared that it might really be a stranger.
To me, it sounded like it was this guy, so I don't know, that's just my opinion. I think it's this guy.
I locked my door just in case, spent the day in bed, and only came downstairs to help my mom prepare dinner. But it was hard as I kept thinking about this stalker. I couldn't take it anymore, so I took my phone and wrote him, "Why are you doing this?" And then the craziest thing happened. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I saw that somebody's phone on the table lit up because of the Instagram notification from me. My heart was beating so fast. I was right. I took the phone and recognized it immediately. It was my brother's. My own brother was stalking me and writing me these messages.
Probably to scare her.
He was sitting on a sofa. I walked up to him, dropped his phone, and said, "What the hell?" As soon as he looked at his phone, he understood that he was busted. Then he simply smiled and told me, "You want to look like trash? You're going to be treated like it." God, I couldn't even look at him anymore. I told my mom that I'm not feeling well, ran back to my room, and cried the whole night. Yeah, I was treated horribly when I was at school, but my own family hurt me way worse. I deleted my account instantly and started packing my things. I couldn't be under the same roof as him anymore.
Wow, that's really dramatic. I really hope, well, honestly, I think this story is fake. And if it isn't, or if you're going through something like this, I think that you should reconsider basically getting surgery if you're thinking about it, you know, and if these are the only reasons you would like to pursue surgery, think about what you're doing to your body. Think about, like, is this something I can obtain if I go to the gym? Because it's so much easier and more fulfilling to go and work hard for something. Okay, here's an example. I'm gonna set my iPad down. I used to have kind of like a flat butt, and I was really disappointed that like I wasn't as like curvy. So what I started doing, aside from being on the dance team in like junior high and, you know, throughout high school, is I always like made working out a part of my daily regimen. Some days I obviously give myself a rest day, but I started going to the gym a lot more, and it actually led to some good healthy habits later on in my lifestyle, so that now I actually do have a nice booty patootie, but I had to work hard for it. You know, it wasn't easy for me. Like, I don't just wake up every day and eat whatever I want and go about my day. Like, I have to drink lots of water. I mean, right now I'm drinking coffee, but I have to drink lots of water. I continue to go to the gym. I try to eat green or eat healthy as much as I can. Like, it's not easy, but you know, but it's worth it.
My friend took me in and helped me recover after all of this. After a while, it seemed to get better. I still felt disgusted. Anytime a man looked at me, I remembered his words. Until I found this one amazing man. I met him in a cafe, introduced myself as Jane, and after a week or so, we started dating. I thought everything was going so well, but then the most terrible thing happened.
Okay, so the story is called I had 10 plastic surgeries and it backfired, but it doesn't talk about which. She said she got her nose done, her ears done, chest and butt, but that's literally 4 surgeries. So, okay, cool. I mean, I got surgeries done, whatever, it's still a clickable title, but now we're going on some tangent about how guys aren't treating her the same when it's like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, did you think that, you know, nothing was gonna change and people were just gonna be nice to you? No, like, this girl.
Implants caused an infection and I needed to replace them. I thought, this was it. My boyfriend will leave me and my influencer career is over. Surprisingly, not only did he not leave me, but he also said he loves the way I am and we will go through it together.
Aww.
Then I found the courage to share my story on Instagram. And you know what? My career didn't end and my fan base had the biggest growth spurt ever.
Wow.
Did you like this story?
Okay, let's wrap this all up with a pretty little bow. Personally, I still agree with my original statement that you shouldn't get surgery unless you have done all the research, you think that it's gonna improve your life, and you feel like this is something that you are going to be happier with in the long run, and you're going to upkeep, you know, earn the money for. Basically, don't do it unless you've thought 100% through it and it's something that you really want. But I also think that you should consider going to the gym first. Like I said, you know, you can build a butt in the gym and usually it looks nicer and it feels nicer, and you can keep, you know, you can take better care of it if you go to the gym as opposed to just going and getting a butt implant. I think this girl essentially got lucky that she ended up finding a guy that, you know, convinced her to basically be more open and honest on her social media. I always think that any girls that have some sort of plastic surgery or, you know, something that really makes them different and unique, they should talk about it on their social media platforms because it makes you seem more real and more human. Like, I like to put out there that I'm kind of a goofball. Like, I'm not just this sexy girl. Like, I'm kind of silly and crazy, and I think people like that I'm normal, I'm a human, you know? I don't live in a palace or a mansion, you know, I live in an apartment, like I'm a real person. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Maybe if you guys want me to, I could react to more videos in the future. I really do like these animation channels because it like provides some perspective into somebody else's life, or if it is real, unless these are like made up stories, you know. But I think it's interesting to watch stories about other people's lives or other stories so you can get an idea about what it's like, you know, in their mind frame, or just, you know, it's thought-provoking, you know. You guys know what I mean. I hope you all have a magical day, and I hope magical things happen to you. I will see you guys in the next upload. Bye!